What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another main video, and in this video we are again in the IMSA Virginia Raceway on the road to 300 or 3000 iRating. This video actually is not a very positive video. It was an absolute disaster, but I'm going to show you the journey of how I get to hopefully 3000 iRating. So I thought I'd share this one just purely because the race, it was terrible. It didn't work out very well. There was people arguing continuously throughout the race, which I've tried to cut out as much as possible, but I also had just an absolute terrible race. I wasn't ready to start the race. I hadn't had my wheel switched on. I quickly joined the race, then switched my wheel on, then switched my race labs on, then switched crew chief on. The wheel didn't work properly. I had to quickly reboot my PC. Then I lost half of my qualifying session. I managed to get a lap in, which put me into 7th on the grid, which was handy. But the wheel screen wasn't working properly. The feedback kept playing up, and there was something going on with the MOZA race hub. But anyway, I thought, let's just get on with it. Let's do it. We've been having some good races here. I'm sure we'll be able to cope. So as you can see, we are just on the formation lap of the race, and already there has been lots of voice chatter throughout the race, and we are just waiting for the green light to go. And unfortunately, as you will see in a minute, there is a crash straight away, which I get caught up in a little bit of, and get myself quite a few penalty points straight away, which didn't really help my race, and also a little bit of damage on the car, which was causing me to have a few issues. But as you can see, there's a few people really going to dive down the inside of us. We go around this tight right-hander, Porsches going everywhere, people hitting each other at the backside. I get hit at the backside. I also hit the car that spun as I tried to move around it. Everyone's all over the place from the start, so it's just a complete and utter nightmare. I think from 7th I dropped to about 9th, which is not bad, but we're already on 4 incident points as well. And bearing in mind we started this race on 3.9k, which was pretty decent in my eyes. With 2.2 iRating, I was hoping for a 2.3 at the end of this. But anyway, we get underway, and the race is a little bit scrappy from the start, hence the reason why I'm going to show you the first lap or two, because it is there's just so much going on. There is people all over the place. I already think, for God's sake, I want to get myself back into this race properly, and I knew I was faster than a lot of these guys. I think the qualifying time was quite slow, and I'd done the good old "I'm faster than you," which you should never ever do in iRacing. It's completely ridiculous, and I'm faster than some of you guys, and I'm going to try and get past. So rightly so, I got my comeuppance. But anyway, we are coming through the S's round to the right hand. The car was just, I was having to fight the car a lot more than what I usually would this portion. It just seemed to be a little bit unstable to where it has been in the past 3 or 4 races that I have done, and it was just becoming a bit of a nightmare. It seemed to be a bit slower on the straights as well. As you can see, the Porsche in front is slowly starting to pull away from us, and it just was just one of them races. I tried to stay positive. I tried to stay sort of upbeat about this race as I was racing, but probably in my head I was fuming with what was going on already. And I just don't like being caught up in the races. But the race preparation was so bad that I'm really not surprised that this is what happened in this race as we come to finish the first lap of the race. And managed to, I found I was faster than a lot of these guys. The guys through some parts of the track. I had a fairly decent run. I moved over, and I went to go up the inside, and he cut across me. I think it was my fault, if I'm honest. I shouldn't have done it, and I backed off to let him get straight again, and then got hit up with the back by the BMW, which put me on 8 iRating straight away. 8 safety points straight away, and I let the BMW go, and I thought I just need to get my head settled and race. But that little clip really started to affect my real straight line speed, and I was really struggling to keep up with everybody on the straights, which then put me into a bit of a tiff to as you'll see here, for some reason, embarrassingly, and I didn't want to share this video because of things like this, I braked so late and threw myself into the corner, hit the BMW because he hit me. I was being all upbeat, he's flashing me. I'm now on 12 safety points, and then the BMW just whacks me from behind and puts me out off the track. And basically now I have got no, I'm losing a lot of speed straight away. You've got the LMDHs, there's a Porsche over there. It's just, I caused all that carnage, and it's embarrassing, and I don't think I should be laughing. I really did apologise to the guy after the race, because it wasn't right. And as I say, we got caught up in all the LMDH action, and we're now on 12 incident points with a damaged Porsche really not handling very well. And we kind of managed to sort of stay with everyone, as we have a little slide there as well, which was just terrible, absolute terrible. And we're fighting this car in the middle of LMDHs and trying to just stay on the track. And we are only 7 minutes into the race, and I'm in a really desperate situation to not lose the safety rating, but we're going to lose it anyway. But I managed to catch up with the guys, and the BMW that I hit earlier, it goes off the track. I put myself up the inside and then managed to sort of stay away from him. He starts flashing me and getting the ump. He kept doing this throughout the sort of the next few laps. As I say, he's just scrappy, just embarrassing, and it's just scrappy, and I should never have ever raced like this. I should have just backed off after the beginning and just let the race settle down, because the race was just one of them races. As I say here, that we are going round, and we're on lap 6 now, so we're only 12 minutes into the race, and we've got the LMP2s now catching us. And as you see, the LMP2s are driving about all over the place. They go up the inside in the real tricky part of the track, and you try not to get away, but I cut that LMP2 off quite bad. And I just don't know what to say, really. I just feel like this race was just one of them races. It just was not going to be a perfect race. We're in 13th, so we're miles down the pack. If you've seen any of my other races, you'd have seen that this is not the sort of racing that I pride myself on, and I do try to be as clean as possible, and I don't generally try to throw the car inside. As you see an orange Mercedes go off the track, and we are up to 8th. There was just cars going off all over the place, being smashed off by LMDHs, smashed off by LMP2s. It was just a absolute shocking race. It really was. As we come round to complete lap 7 or lap 8. I don't know whether the car's right or the relative right. So I think it's lap 7 realistically, and we come down the main straight. But ultimately, in iRacing, you need to be a bit more cleaner. You need to not do what I've done in this. This is just not good iRacing etiquette. It should be better. It should not be like this. You should not be you dive up the inside, but when it's safe to do so, but not when it's not necessary. As we see there, an LMP2 just nearly taking me out because he was going to dive up the inside as I'm talking about that. It's fucking LMP2s. It was just happening all race. There was people being sent off everywhere, and because I was on 12 incident points, I was really trying not to get involved. But and this is an example. I decided I didn't let him go past. He was just faster than me. The BMW went past me, and I just followed him around just to try and not get involved in the incidents, as we wanted to finish the race now and just try and save myself from not losing as much iRating as possible. We was in a really good place, and we've now gone a little bit a little bit backwards, and there was plenty more to come as I nearly hit him from behind again. But what then started to happen was I let him go. He was gone. I decided to pit and if I could get a little bit more car balance, did a minute or so of optional repairs. I had 6 minutes at this. I had 6 minutes, I think, at this point, and I did a bit of optional repairs just to try and save my race as best as possible. And I had a little bit of. This is when it all went. Not really. We went off the track. Another off track. Another point. And we really started to go downhill, as we see here. Another off track. I don't never usually struggle in this corner when I could not keep the car in the corner. Cut the corner a little bit, slow down, and off track. 14 points, and we are getting closer to that 17. We do exactly. We do it again coming into the home straight. Another one, too wide. Never gone off the track there, and another point. And we are just, as you can see, I'm getting more and more frustrated by by what's happening, and I'm just really trying not to let myself lose my head. But exactly the same again, too wide, off track, slow down, and lose a bit more time. And by now, as you can see, I'm back up to 7th because there's some more people gone off the track. I've managed to overtake some people in the pits when they've gone for pits because there was some more problems, and we are just ruining our race, absolutely ruining it, as we nearly go straight off the track. And that would have been our 16th, 17th point. We come down to the S's, and as you can see behind me, we've got a Cadillac coming in that, and this done me. This absolutely threw me, and I was absolutely fuming. As you see, the Cadillac goes through, the LMP2 hits me. I will make sure that I mute this whole section of the track because I really didn't have some great language. I'm now on 20 points. I've got a black flag. I then tried to go round him and go into the pits. He accelerates. We hit each other. I'm on 24 points and I'm spun. And I'm just, I didn't know what to say. I just knew that was the end of my race. I let the cars go past over here. Went into the pits. I had 6 minutes of optional repairs that I did. I thought I might as well do them. Or I think I have to do about 4. Come out of the pits. First lap. Little spin. And we're disqualified. So this goes to show that it's unfortunate. One of them races. Bad race preparation. Lost my head. And unfortunately got disqualified. Lost a hell of a lot of iRating, lost a lot of safety rating, and I've had to put myself back to a position that I need to going back. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Hope you like it. Thought I'd show you the negative side of my iRacing from time to time. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.